Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Marilyn Gale. Listen, guys, this is part 2, and I'm going to try to keep this short. It was a little hard to do because the 2 hours was basically the Snowdens wedding, the preparation. I've already done that with part 2. And we're going to go into what happens next. Now, we left off where Dimitri and his friend was having that toast, and his friend William basically says, a toast to another ball and chain. So we left off there. Now, it's 2 days before the wedding, and Ashley and Vanessa, they're giving like a goddess party. For all the ladies. So Vanessa has an older sister, and I didn't know about this sister. She's coming to the goddess party and the wedding and all the festivities. Her name is Jennifer, and she's helping with the decorations. Her and Adrian, which is Vanessa's twin. So she's, getting everything together in the patio pool area. So Jennifer is 16 years older than the twins. So the twins are 34. So Jennifer is 50. So Jennifer basically says, her being the oldest, she's protective of all of her sisters. So she's, doing her thing, getting everything together and helping. So everything's ready, and Ashley and Vanessa come out in their goddess attire. Now, they both look like flower children of the 60s. That's basically what it looks like. So they come out. So Chanel, which is Ashley's sister. So I don't know. I think this is about the second time we've seen her, but she's there. And, Ashley and Vanessa, they're getting like a henna stain on their feet, which is for the ceremony, and it will last about 8 to 10 days. So that's what, Chanel's asking, well, how long would that last? And that's what they say, 8 to 10 days. So that's perfect for the ceremony. No, Vanessa is asked, is she ready to take the plunge? And she says she already feels like a wife, a mother, and a sister. So, she feels that way. And Jennifer asks, she has children, and Jennifer is the older sister, Vanessa's sister, and Vanessa responds and says it will be like within 6 months she'll start having children. And so that kind of surprises everyone, because they didn't expect it too soon. I guess they're just getting accustomed to all of this, and then to have Vanessa pregnant in 6 months is sort of kind of like a shock. So Lestra, which is Dimitri's mom, asks, okay, now what if something happens to Dimitri, or one of you guys gets sick? What will the dynamics of this family be? How will it work? So Ashley says that if she dies, if something happens to her, if she's sick, Vanessa will fill in for the gap. And Vanessa brings up the fact that, that is why a third wife sounds great to us, to, the three of us. Should something unforeseen happen, then the third wife, that would be her. And so nobody was expecting to hear that. And Lestra says she's worried about all of them because, she says, as you know, life can be a bitch. So Ashley says, while she's taking care of the business, or she's doing something out, about and taking care of the business matters or dance class or whatever business they have, Vanessa would probably be at home with the family, with the children. So Vanessa says, while she's doing something, then that's why a third wife would be good, because then things would be taken care of on the home front. To which Jennifer, her sister, says, oh, something like a pyramid scheme? Okay, now Ashley and Vanessa was offended with that. And so Ashley says in her confessional, anybody who thinks that we're in this and this plural marriage and and compares it to a pyramid scheme is just ignorant. So, they're all, Vanessa and Ashley, they're just irritated and just, I don't know. I think I would be irritated too, although I don't live that lifestyle, don't want to live that high lifestyle. If that was my choice, then that would irritate me, yes. So then Donna, Ashley's mom, steps in and tells Ashley and Vanessa that they both have a beautiful spirit and that they complement each other, that she can see the growth in Vanessa and Vanessa's intentions are pure. And she wants, and she says Vanessa is like wanting people to be happy for her and be happy for us. Which Vanessa, she cries and she thanks Donna. Now in the confessional, Donna says it's not about judging them at this point. I'm just happy for them. So Ashley just says in the confessional, she feels that her mom put everybody in their place. And she feels her mom may have reached everybody. And basically that's what support looks like. Whether her mom, and I'm saying this, what I'm taking from that is, okay, her mom is not 100% sold on this, but this is what it is. And at this point, her mother has decided to support her. So, okay, now the goddess celebration that continues. So, and they have fun. So the next day it looks like, Vanessa's with her family and friends, and Ashley and Dimitri are, it looks like they're by themselves. And so Ashley tells Dimitri what happened at the goddess celebration. So, Dimitri pretty much says, they've had all this time to ask questions, which is what I also felt. They had all this time to ask questions, so why now? Why are they coming out with all of this now? And he just doesn't understand where they're coming from. Okay, so it looks like the next day, or maybe that discussion with Dimitri, I think that was the same day. So the next day, they have the cocktail party. And that's in beautiful Temecula in the wine country. And Jennifer pulls Ashley aside and confronts her and asks her if she's all in it for her sister. Now, and Jennifer says, Ashley, you have everything. You have the children, you have the house, and, she goes on, and Vanessa's just coming into this thing. But you hold key basically to everything. So Ashley is looking at her like, here we go again. And in her mind, I can imagine her cussing her out. I mean, not so much that Ashley would, because she's too classy, sophisticated, to, at least not on TV, to do it. But her expressions she was just looking at her, giving her a piece of her mind. You could see it. So Ashley basically tells Jennifer, I appreciate and I understand your concerns, but Vanessa is in good hands. Now, Ashley is still irritated, and she doesn't pick any bones about, she's irritated with Jennifer at this point. So she just says she's just going to enjoy the party, and she'll say something later to Jennifer. Now, I'm thinking, Jennifer, could have asked Vanessa all this time, because Vanessa have been with Dimitri and Ashley all this time. And I knew Vanessa, she called her sister, being excited for the wedding, her older sister, she's going to confide in her. So why now? So if, in my mind, if this is really real, if Vanessa is not doing all this to further her acting career, I think she's going to, if it's real, she's going to get pregnant by Dimitri. And she will go on with that lifestyle. Maybe they will have a next season with the three of them, and that, but if something just mysteriously happens, well, this person, I didn't, Ashley did this, or I found out Dimitri did this, or what, if any kind of mysterious happenings go along, then you will know that this was all a setup for the TV cameras and to make it interesting. But I don't see that happening if she's her getting pregnant and she not taking this seriously. I know she's not stupid enough to get pregnant by Dimitri for the cameras, and she's not in this for the long haul. So that's, Vanessa, I don't think she'll go to that length if she's acting. Okay, so now is the wedding day. Ashley plans to talk to Jennifer before the ceremony because she wants to clear the air. So Ashley tells Jennifer she felt blindsided, that when she was told that she has everything and that Vanessa has nothing, she said that could be furthest from the truth, because everything that's hers is Vanessa's. If this is real, guys, that's Ashley's doing something. All the years she's been with Dimitri, and they have built a household, careers. She's got things going on, the children. For her to basically says what's mine is hers. That's some stuff, guys. That's okay, because most people would say, okay, you can share this and I will gladly share this with you, but remember, this belongs to me. You just borrowing whatever. So back to the wedding. So one of Dimitri's very good friends, her name is Naz, she's going to be the officiant. So she goes, places, everybody's seated or what have you, and Naz goes to the front where most officiants perform the ceremony. She rings a chime and she starts to sing this beautiful song. Naz really has a beautiful voice, and she's singing a cappella. Beautiful song. And Ashley slowly begins to walk down the aisle in her beautiful dress. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, it's my kind of style. So Naz hits the chime again, and then Dimitri comes down the aisle with this golden bowl. And when he gets, to Ashley and Naz, he takes the bowl and sets it to the side and joins Ashley. Now, the renewal vows begin. And it's similar to conventional vows. And, but the difference is after the vows, seems like whenever something important is said or done, the officiant will say, Ashe. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good, doesn't it? And then that person will respond, Ashe. Now, after the vows and they say Ashe, Ashley sits down and Dimitri washes her feet. which, as stated before, is a symbolizing of the starting of a new walk. And I kind of like that. I do. I like that wash. It's some things in that ceremony I really like. I like, I don't know what it means, but it sounds pretty. I like the ashe. It's like responding to that importance of whatever is being said. I like the song that the officiant sings and hitting up the chime, and that starts the ceremony, and that person knows to start walking down the aisle. I like stuff like that. So Nas rings the chime again, and Vanessa walks down the aisle, and Nas is singing a beautiful song, a different song, both followed by ashe. So they say their marriage vows. So Dimitri pours some water in the gold bowl, and he washes Vanessa's feet. Now, I was thinking about that. Okay, you didn't wash Ashley's feet. Are you going to use that same water and wash Vanessa's feet? I was wondering how that was going to work. Because if I was Vanessa, so okay, I love you, girl, but I'm not going to take no bath in the same bath water after you finish. It's not like that, sis. So I was wondering about that. So evidently he had poured that out, and he had like a little vase or something and poured some clean, fresh water in for Vanessa. So for all of you guys that had that same thought, I had the same line of thinking. So he washes Vanessa's feet. So now all of them join Nas again in front of the, I wanted to say congregation, but in front of the guests. So they're lined up, and so Nas says, okay, you know how they usually do. If anyone has anything to say, anything against this union or whatever way it goes, speak now, and they're waiting, because with this crowd, you never know. With them sisters and friends and, them heifers out there, I just knew somebody was going to say something, even if it was just to get on camera. But they didn't. So, they turn around and Nas says a little something more, and of which they say ashe. So now it's the reception, and they go through the first dance, and Dimitri is dancing with Vanessa and Ashley, and the guy who wrote the song, it looked like the same guy who wrote the song for the engagement. He sings a song to which, Dimitri and Ashley and Vanessa, they're dancing. So Dimitri looks over, so now after that dance, everybody, they play another song, and everybody's dancing and have a good time at this point. So Dimitri looks over and he notices his sister Lauren, that she seems upset. And he goes over to her and asks her what's wrong. And she says, she can't explain it. And she doesn't want to explain it because of all these cameras and all these cameras in her face, And again, guys, you knew it was going to be televised. That's probably why your behind came, because mind you, you hadn't seen your brother in years. So now they have a wedding, and now you want to express all this. And possibly that's why you came, because it was going to be televised and you wanted to be seen. But, that's my opinion. And so Vanessa, I'm sorry, what's her name? Lauren. She storms out. Oh, and Dimitri follows her, and she's just, having at it. I didn't even take notes on what was said because it was silly to me, because it come to find out, She's upset because Dimitri hasn't spent time with her. She thought she was going to spend some brother-sister time. And I understand that. But like again, why you wait until the wedding to want, too much is going on, too many preparations. Do you know how hectic it is to have somebody that, you want to visit? You could have stepped up and say, let's take this 15 minutes and let's have a drink, a toast or whatever, brother, or whatever. No, but you wait until the reception to show your behind. Like again, is it for the camera? Because that's what it looked like. Because if you wanted to spend time with your brother, you wouldn't wait till his wedding day 9 years. Or if it's a good reason for that, you would tell him at the reception, let's plan a date. Let's get together in maybe a few months and let's just spend some brother-sister time. No, but she wants to show her behind at the reception and knowing that, okay, this is drama, that the cameras are going to follow me if I do this. And to me, that's what it looks like. I'm going to get my 15 minutes. And she did. But she looked like a little spoiled brat. If this is true, she looked like a brat. If it's not true, it still looks simple to me. But Vanessa says in the final scene, I guess, that and that's paraphrasing, if the future looks as good as these months I've had with Vanessa, with Ashley and Dimitri and the children, it's going to be spectacular. So that's how it ends, guys. Now listen to this. The previews is going to be a reunion of all the families. The McGee's, the Aldriches, what's the other family? And then the Snowdens. So it's, from the previews, it's going to be very interesting. And I don't know how long that's going to be. But forgive me, guys, for bringing this recap late. Like I said, it was 2 hours. And then plus a couple of other stories came up that I felt like I had to bring out. And so I will try my best to bring the reunion, which will be Sunday. I will bring that recap, hopefully in a more timely manner. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. It was fun doing this recap. It really was. It is. And if you watch. If you watch me, if this is not your first time, but if it is your first time, let me explain something. All of this is from my perspective. I'll throw my little thing in, and a lot of things I can speak from experiences when I'm recapping something or telling a news story or bringing something to you. Either I'll mention, something that happened with me, or I'll try to give a lesson in it, or a moral to this story is. It's rarely just to bring a story out. Sometimes I bring stories out just to, for the humor of it or for the devastation of it. And I have little words to say about it because it has affected me in such a sad, it affected me where I'm very sad about what I'm relaying to everyone. But anyway, if you have not, if this is your first time or if you have not subscribed, please do so now and click that notification bell or click the follow on Sprinkle.com. And thank you for joining me, and everyone have a lovely evening. Good night.